Good morning. Welcome to weekly forecast of Nifty top 10 stocks and major indexes. Today we are going to discuss about the Nifty, Bank Nifty top 10 stocks according to their weightage in Nifty 50 and major indexes like gold, silver, crude, Bitcoin, USDINR. What is the possible trend for the next week? So we'll begin with the gold. The last week we have discussed this. Like if it is going down before this time, this was the time bond because this was a high and this was a low. If I consider like this is not a high or if this is a high, again it is a lower form. So we said it may go downside. If it is come upside, it may go one up, or else it will be going to go for one downside and continuation will be there. For this week, I'm just removing this. And if I compare the rise and fall, this rise towards this fall, this is a slower, this is a faster than this, or this is slower than this. So if I'm seeing this pattern, so it may go one up. If it is coming a little bit down also, that's fine, but we may see one up before it can go any further down in case of gold. So I would suggest stay in a buy mode if it gives a two-stage confirmation, means above this trend line or 1725. So we will be seeing for the one up, that is for minimum 80%, that level will be 1780, or to the highest point, that is 1808. So look for buy, not for sell in case of gold for the next week. Silver, uh, earlier we thought that this may go one up, down, and then up, but it directly came down. Once it broke the 18 USD, it may come down. So again, this length will be the faster than slower. I will be checking with that date and price time wise. So if I'm considering this as a high, this as a low, it has broken in lower time, means lesser time. So this is in case of silver, it won't be looking for the buy as of now. So it may go one down to the level of 70 before it can go any further up or further down. So in case of silver, look for the sell, not for the buy for the next week. It may come a little bit up, means if it is not breaking the trend line of this, we won't be looking for any buy. So look for the sell, not for the buy. Crude oil, as discussed earlier, like it may go one little bit up and come down. So that is what which happened in case of crude oil. So I'll be adding the one trend line here, and the time, if I'm considering here, this is a slower and the fall looking like a faster. So it may go one down before it can go any further up. So in case of crude oil, so look for the sell maybe towards 76 or 78, not to buy in case of crude oil as of now, until and unless it breaks the trend line of this. Okay, that is 94 USD. So look for the sell, not for the buy. USD INR, as said earlier, like here it may go little up and then fall. So that is fine. But now it is looking for the sell setup only. There is no buy as of now. So this is two-way structure, and this may be the doing the structure that of the triangle or a diametric. So here we may see one down, or it may go little up and then down, or uh, high to the down. So one down is expected in case of crude oil. So try to catch that to the 80% of this total fall. So look for the sell setup in case of USD INR, maybe towards 79 or 78. Look for sell, not to buy. Bitcoin USD. So last week we discussed this, and structurally hasn't changed much. So it may go towards 18,800 or below that if it is crossing 18,500. But if it is consolidating here and taking some spending some time and breaking this trend line from the top, this is it is try to row. So if it is going above the 20,600 or something and stayed there, we will be looking for the buy, or else we'll be staying in a consolidation to sell in case of Bitcoin. So Nifty, I'll wait it. So this, I'm adding the fresh channel here, and from the downside, this one. Okay. when we were in this phase, means this down and sideways on down, we were looking like this may go at least this downside, maybe towards 17,100 or something, but it went near 17,250 and immediately it recovered, and again it is falling now. So if I see this total pattern, it may be doing like a triangle or a diametric again. So it will be like a 1, 2, 3 for me, and this is a 4, and this is a 5, which is presently happening. Uh, so it may go one up, or if it is continuation of the fall. So it is like if I consider only this part, so it may come to the ABC. This is simple ABC structure for the downside, and this will be the like A, B, C, and D, and this will be the E, an neutral triangle or a triangle. Then we may see one up, maybe towards from 17,300 or something, or above that. So we may go one up before it can go any further down. So here in case of Nifty, what to consider is firstly look for the sell uh, below 17,500, that is below this level, for at least like 80% of this visually I'm taking 17,345 or something. If it is continuation, it may come towards 1690 also. But the structure which looking as of now, or the way it raised after the fall, so it may go one up before it can go any further down. So I'm little bit down first, then going for the upside in case of Nifty. Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, as we discussed earlier, like it may come down first and then go, or if continuation, it may fall. So now it is looking the structure that of the gold, I hope, yeah. So this is like now A, B, and C for me, okay, which is presently happening, or kind of a W kind of a structure. But overall structure will be slow as you compare this with this structure. So after that, we may see one more down, or by considering only this part, means from the top of 39,000. So we may see one down, that is towards 38,900. Then we may see one up before it can go any further down. So I'm looking for the buy, a small buy, maybe towards 40,000 and fall. Or if it is opening tomorrow like the downside, so we may test the level of 38,000 once again before it can go any further up or further down. This will be for the Bank Nifty. But overall structure is still in a negative form. So it may do kind of a structure flat or a triangle. Individual stocks now, HDFC structurally hasn't changed much, so it is consolidating. So it may go one up before it can go any further down. So overall, it is on the trend line support. Yeah, it went inside the structure. That is a good sign. It came down, but immediately it went inside. So it is a good sign. If it is going above 2465, buy for 2630. So look for buy, not to sell. In case of HDFC Bank, it is again like this kind of a structure. It may come down or go up, but I'll just remove everything now. If you, why I'm considering that, because if I look this overall structure, this is a faster fall compared to this race. So it may go slower to the upside, kind of 80%. Visually, I'm taking, I'm not like exactly I'm adding, but if it going slowly to this, if I consider this as a downside, and from that it is a upside, so we may see one down kind of structure, means a faster down before it can go any further up. So in case of HDFC Bank, I'm considering like a slower upside. Maybe if it is crossing the level of 1514, look for 1600, then it may come towards 1375 or something. So look for the buy short term and then sell, or it may go even to the level of this, but that is a slower one, slower form of one, and it may go one down before it can go any further up in long term. HDFC, Hindustan Unilever, HUL. So it is exactly according to the structure, and structurally hasn't changed much. So we may see one down towards 49. I'll add the fresh channel here. The way it moved here from this level to this was not very upside. So below this, we may see one down before it go any further up or further down. That will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so here below this will be 25, 20, 25, 57. Look for the sell for 24, 20 before it can go any further up. Or if it is going up, again it may go little up, little down, little up, little down, and towards 2900. So above this, we can look for the buy 27, or below this will be for the sell. ICICI Bank, we were in the buy side. Yeah. So stay in a buy, not to sell in case of ICICI Bank. Look for the buy, not to sell in case of ICICI. Structurally hasn't changed much. Infosys, I said look for the sell. It came exactly to the trend line. So below this will be sell again towards this point, that is 1364. So look for sell, not to buy in case of Infosys as of now. ITC, it came exactly to the top, means what level we thought like it is going upside. So it is up, but for me, the way it went, this level is not very sharp for the upside. So it may correct a little bit, and after that we may go on up. But as of now, if you already bought, you just go on up, upgrading your stop loss so that you can grab total profit, or look for the one downside, then it may go upside. Kotak, yeah, look for buy maybe to the level of 1963 or something. After that, we may come down and go up. Structurally hasn't changed much, so stay as earlier said. LNT, look for buy maybe towards 2000 and 2001, or even to the level of this highest, that is 2070. So sorry, 2057. So look for buy, not to sell. And after that, we may see a triangular kind of a structure, or diameter. So look for buy, not to sell in case of LNT. Reliance, uh, earlier said like here it is going downside, and it broke the structure and now downside, and it may go one more down before it can go any further up. So it may go slower or faster. So look for sell, not to buy in case of Reliance, because structurally it is looking like a triangle or some kind of a pattern. But if you see this overall structure from this, sorry, if you look for this, we have completed, so it may form ABC also. After that, we may get one more. So that is a possible structure. But if it is going below this, we may come and test the level of 2420. TCS, earlier said like here, we may do the structure that of the neutral triangle, or if it is going above, we may come down and go up. Now it is at the exact point uh, where we predicted. Now, if I see this upside moment, we'll check with the time whether it is going in a faster or a slower manner. Yeah, it is maybe taking a slower one. So if it is not going below this, or if it is testing slower form, so we may see one up before it can go any further up or further down. So this will be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it may consolidate in between these two areas before it can go any further up or further down, and from top also it matches. So it will be in between these two lines. So consolidation to the up or little bit downside. So Bajaj Finance, what it says, yeah, it is for the buy because it has broken and consolidating. So look for buy for at least 88,000. So not to sell as of now in case of Bajaj Finance. So here also it went inside the structure and it timely broken. That was a positive sign. So going to go for 8,054. Look for buy, not for sell. This video is made only for the educational purpose. And please do take your expert advice before making any financial or trading decisions. And if you find useful these videos, please share it to among your friends and family members. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And if you want to learn the Elliot route, please do message me. I will help you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care, guys.